a widespread outbreak of cyclosporiasis. It is an intestinal illness that is linked to ingesting food or water contaminated with the microscopic parasite Cyclospora. At last check, the Kentucky Department for Public Health is investigating 100 reported cases statewide. 61 of those have been confirmed. So how can you tell if you're sick because of the parasite or from a virus? Symptoms typically begin 2 to 14 days after exposure. The most common symptom usually includes diarrhea, fatigue, and abdominal cramping. Public health experts urge people to follow food safety guidelines to reduce the risk.